A son took his father to a restaurant to enjoy a delicious dinner. The father is old and a little bit weak. While eating, food occasionally fell on his shirt and pants. People sitting in the restaurant watched the old man with their faces contorted in disgust. The young man remained calm. They finished the dinner, and the young man took his father to the toilet to help him clean the food scraps, graciously combed his gray hair, and helped him with glasses. At that time, as they left the toilet, the restaurant was in dead silence. After the son paid the bill, were about to leave, an old man stood up and asked the young man a question. "Young man, have you left something here?" The young man felt his pocket and said, "No, I didn't forget anything." The older man said, "You have left a lesson for every son and a hope for every father." Ladies and gentlemen, in our world, there exists the honor and respect. Those of you who are enjoying what you have today should always show respect, especially your parents, who have spent their life to ensure your success by time, effort, and money to send you here to our university. These are the people you need to respect. In 20 or 30 years later, you should also teach your children how to respect others. Now, you are in this university. My heartiest congratulations. It is our responsibility, CDU teachers, staff members, and administrators. We are here, we are dedicated to help you succeed. So you are in the place, in good hands. Congratulations! Opportunities sometimes don't come often. They will knock at your door, and you have to stand up and accept it with good preparation, good determination to maximize what you have. I know you have many choices to choose the university as an undergraduate student or graduate student. But you've chosen City University of Macau for a special reason, I'm sure. Let me ask you 3 questions. Number 1, why are you here? Number 2, what do you expect out of here? Number 3, what are you going to do with what you are going to learn in the future? I'd like to see any volunteers from this class to come and have a dialogue with me to answer 1 or maybe 2 or 3 questions. Those brave hearts, please raise your hands. All right, I notice the person who sits farthest is willing to answer my question. All right, what's your name?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shenjun Li, a new doctoral student from School of Education.
Why are you here?
I would like to share my reasons for choosing CTU and decide to further my education here. To be honest, I'm definitely and certainly not because I like to climb stairs and hills. I came here, before I came here, I was used to be a Chinese language teacher.
Oh.
I teach Chinese, Mandarin and Chinese cultures to foreigners. I had worked at Confucius Institute headquarters, Columbia University in New York City, and Beijing Language and Culture University.
That's very impressive. So
Thank
what's
you.
your goal of studying at City University of Macau?
From my working experience, I have the opportunity to meet people from different backgrounds, different countries. I realize I communicate with them how much bigger my world becomes. So when I came here to explore more, I think CTU has rich resources and opportunities for cultural exchange and excellent faculty and staff, and also outstanding students from different backgrounds. I think the cross-cultural communication has special significance for the growth of young people. So I came here. I hope I could gain more at here and have different experience in CTU University. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's give her a round of applause. As rector, I'm very delighted to see someone who had experience working in one of the elite universities in Beijing, and also in one of the Ivy universities in the United States, Columbia University, to choose CityU as her destination to further her knowledge and skills to contribute, return back to this society. I'm very delighted. I want to know you more in the future. And I believe she is not the only one. She represents graduate students. I'm sure there are many undergraduate students. Any undergraduate student, freshman, wants to say something? Undergraduate student. This is the opportunity. If you let the opportunity go, you will miss something. You might think your English is not good enough, but as long as you open your mouth, you are good enough. All right, let's look at that gentleman. Yes. Tell us about yourself.
My name is Peter, and I came from Changchun, the capital of Jilin province, and I'm a freshman major in finance.
Why did you choose City University as your destination?
The reason that I came here to further my education is because I love to travel to new circumstances, and I like to meet new people. And the way I living in Macau makes me feel like I'm absorb some new things and meet new people here and learn some new stuff. That's the reason why I came here, to further my education.
Excellent answer. Let's give her a round of applause. Thank you. I know many people want to speak up, but these two represent student bodies, both undergraduate students and graduate students. This young man came from Changchun, far away, but his determination is to experience different culture, to mingle with people from other parts of China. Therefore, the new experience will encourage him to take adventures and to maximize his benefit in this very university. I'm sure you all agree with me. So what I want to tell you is that opportunity does not come often. But when it comes, you have to grab it, just like this young man and this young woman. But if you're not prepared, you might not even understand there is opportunity. So what you are here for is for us to help you, prepare you for better opportunities in the future. Today is the first day And you might understand CityU is different because we embrace different cultures. We respect people. We nurture our talents. We help you succeed. Opportunities sometimes swing on 4 hinges. One is initiative. You have to take initiative. You have to do something rather than waiting for people to ask you what to do. Initiative is so important as a learner. You need to discover, explore something new rather than being told what to do. This is the transition from high school to university, and I hope you will remember. Number 2, insight. We all learn a lot of things, but sometimes you need to think and reflect what you have learned. Not merely taking something into your brain and feel that you are so knowledgeable, but you have to know what are you going to do with the knowledge you have, how to apply them into practice. Here at City University, we encourage experiential learning. We give you opportunities not only to study in the classroom, but also in companies, on different sides, to mingle you with a global citizen mentality. And that is unique of this university. Between tomorrow's dream and yesterday's regret is today's opportunity. Once again, congratulations to all of you taking this opportunity. In my life, I had 3 biggest opportunities. Number 1, just like you, entering college. After the Cultural Revolution, at that time, 1977, only 1 out of 100 could enter universities. I did not get to my first choice, nor my second choice. I end up being in my third choice. But as I reflect and recall, this is my best choice. Now that you are here, you have to put your heart into where you are and how you can start from here to be successful. The second opportunity came when I finished college teaching for 10 years. I chose to study abroad, to broaden my perspective, to understand global vision, to embrace world citizens, to mingle with people who are different than I am. That makes me strong. That makes me successful. So that is also the hope I think you need to have for the future. Always find opportunities to be better, to shift around, to gain global perspectives. The third, perhaps the last or best opportunity for me is to be here as a rector of City University of Macau. This enables me to lead the university with like-minded colleagues who have global experience and local talent. We try to work together with one mission: to help you successful. Student success is CityU's priority. If there's any challenges, difficulties, we are not afraid of acknowledging them. We are seeking solutions to solve them. So you are truly in the right place, because we sincerely hope that you will succeed with flying color. Let me talk about learning. What does it mean by learning? Learning, first of all, you need to know what to learn. Secondly, how to learn. Thirdly, what to do with what you have learned. These are simple questions. Learning does not mean that you will store all the knowledge in your brain. Learning means you are going to be creative, reflective, think hard, and trying to find solutions to solve the problems by utilizing whatever knowledge you can have and by interacting with people, to learn from people, to learn from the books, but also to learn from the society. We take for granted that those high score achievers will have a good memory of storing everything. And I learned a lesson from that. For instance, when I first went to the United States about 30-some years ago, I had a classmate whose name is Betty Bottle. Betty Bottle was a twister I learned by heart. So I immediately reflected on that tongue twister. I told her, Betty Bottle bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put it into my batter, that would make my batter bitter. So I bought a bit of butter, better than her bitter butter, and if I put it in the batter was not bitter, so it was better. Betty Bottle bought a bit of better butter. She later on told me she was scared about me. She did not talk with me for at least 3 weeks. What a queer person, she thinks. On another occasion, when I got up early in the morning, I ran into a colleague in the hallway. It was a bright morning, and I immediately recollected my thoughts and think about the poem, which reads like this. Earth has not anything to show more fair. Thou would be the soul who could pass by. A sight so touching its majesty, the beauty of the morning, silent, bare, towers, domes, theaters, open unto the sky, all are glittering in the smokeless air. Before I finished the poem, this lady disappeared without trace. What does that mean? That means you try to use your knowledge to apply to occasion, but it's not appropriate. So we need to be pragmatic. We need to know when to say what to whom, when and how and why. That is a practical skill you need to have across all disciplines. When you do dissertation defense, you are going to demonstrate your knowledge. You don't need to over-repeat something that all your professors understand. When you do your essay test, you need to show your perspective, viewpoint, rather than repeating everything everyone knows. So this is called the pragmatical skill. It's also part of the intercultural communication skill that we at CityU encourage our teachers. While teaching, try to really help students reflect and think, to be a better thinker. That is critical and important. Knowledge becomes wisdom only after it has been put into practice. So my advice to you is that you need to be smart in learning how to learn, besides what to learn. Finally, I'd like to talk about one thing that is called potential. What is potential? Potential means something that you yourself might not have discovered, and yet it is instilled in yourself. For instance, we all understand, we all learn English. Every day, one person might memorize up to 40 or 50 words. That is incredible, right? Or maybe 100. But there is a guy in Bulgaria in the late 1970s. He discovered something mysterious called you can use super learning skill to tap into your brain by using Hindu yoga and breathing exercise and try to time it well for the input of words so you can learn up to 2,000 words a day. 2,000 words. What a surprise. We don't know whether it is absolutely true, but it means that you can do better than you think. There are several ingredients, parts you need to learn. One is energy. Energy is so important. Sometimes you are lazy, you don't want to get up early. Sometimes you feel too tired, you just want to put today's work aside without finishing it. The energy means you need to have a strong body, physically strong, so that you can endure lots of challenges and difficulties. Look at our chairman, Chen. Look at his body. He gets up every day at 5 o'clock, no matter what. He does exercise, he runs, and he plays golf. He does everything he can. One thing I asked him repeatedly, why? He said, without a strong body, how can you work? That is exactly something I want to tell you. Be strong, not only in body, but also in your will. So next thing you need to learn, you have potential, is called manage your emotion. Sometimes you are lazy. Oh, I never left my parents. I miss my mom so much. My mom calls me every 2 hours. What can I do? You are in a different environment. You need to be independent. Of course, there is a period from dependence to independence. We call it interdependence. You can use your WeChat. You can contact your parents. Absolutely. However, you need to find your own way to manage your emotion. Sometimes if you fail in the examination, that's the starting point for you to be successful. Don't be afraid of failures. Success is the mother, right? Failure is the mother of success, but success is behind the failures. So I understand all the difficulties you will overcome, but eventually you need to understand yourself, manage your emotion, especially during COVID. You need to be strong from inside. Number 3, thinking. You need to think effectively and critically. Reflect on something, what has happened in the day, and try to be critical thinker. Only in that way you can analyze, understand yourself, and try to do better things for being better persons. And then there is another ability, it's called creative. Try to identify options and choose the right option to discover something unknown and eventually to find the solutions to all the problems. Besides the abilities, there are also choices. You have many choices in front of you. I would say that at least you have a choice that you will maximize your potential. First, responsibility. All people must have responsibility to do what you have to do. And also, try to choose what to do in order to show your civic engagement and responsibility. Next is your character. You need to act on good values, be a good citizen in Macau, in China, and in the world. You need to build your characteristics and virtues within the good choice of character. You need to be a good person. That is very important. Next is discipline. You don't need to focus on everything, but focus on something and follow it through. You might choose different paths, but eventually, the path you are determined to choose, you have to follow through. This is very important. For instance, if you major finance, and in one semester you realize that this might not be my best choice. I want to move to music. Think twice. The very first choice you made might be right, but it won't come easily. So you need to determine and fight with the difficulty and challenges. Stay with it, and our teachers will help you achieve that. Risk. Risk is always something we need to take, okay? Risk-taking is one of the virtues for students, and you need to venture into your comfort zone. You need to try something new, and you need to look at people who are different than you are and also find what is good for you to learn from. So we encourage collaboration. We encourage you to learn from peers, and we encourage you to have the spirit of city-ers. Finally, let me share with you another story to end my speech today. About 15 years ago, a Chinese scholar was elected to be the chair of the English department in one of the biggest research universities in the United States. At that time, he was the only non-native English speaker, and no one believed that this guy could become English department chair, but it was unanimous selection. In the same year, this person became the first non-native English-speaking president of the leading association of English language teaching in the world. 15 years later, this very month, he is going to assume another responsibility to be the president of the International Research Foundation for English Education. It was not that easy. Without determination, without good choices, without opportunities, all this will be impossible. This person is your rector of City University of Macau. I'm here empowered by Chairman Chen Mingqing to lead the university with vision, with audacity, to move forward with all the concerted efforts, with all the professors, with you, graduate students and undergraduate students. And I know our university is young, but we dare to lead. We dare to create a future which is unwritten. And I want you to be proud citizens of City University of Macau. I want your parents to be proud of you. I want your teachers to be proud of you. When you graduate in a few years, I want to stand here again to congratulate you, and I want you yourselves to be proud of who you are and what you can do. Thank you very much.